Paddleboarding is a fantastic way to get outside and move your body. Just like any physical activity, it's beneficial to warm up and stretch. This will help your experience mobility, prevent injury, and reduce muscle soreness. In this video, I'll discuss and demonstrate 5 warm-up exercises before going paddleboarding and 5 post-paddle stretches that I like to do to stay mobile and keep my body happy. Full disclaimer, I'm not a certified personal trainer or a yoga instructor, but for this video, I consulted with both a yoga instructor and a personal trainer and find that these exercises and stretches help me warm up and cool down when it comes to paddleboarding. Please use these exercises and stretches at your own discretion. Let's get started with warm-up exercises. First up, arm circles. These will help warm up your shoulders, arms, and upper back. From an upright position, extend your arms out beside you, level with your shoulders. Keep your shoulders and your neck relaxed. With control, move your arms in a circular motion for 20 rotations forward and 20 rotations backwards. Start with small circles, and if it feels good, move to bigger circles. The second warm-up exercise is windmill with your paddle. This exercise will warm up your lower back, core, legs, and shoulders. It's one of my favorites. Start in a standing position with your paddle evenly distributed across your back. Place your hands on the shaft of the paddle, forming a T position. Using a paddle will help with your form and improve your shoulder mobility, but the exercise can be done without using your paddle. Keep your shoulders relaxed and bend down into a plie or a goblet squat, while keeping your hips level, chest up, and knees pointed in the same direction as your toes. Rotate your body so your left hand meets the inside of your left leg and your right hand is straight in the air. Continue a controlled rotation to the right and repeat for 8 to 15 times. Next up, reverse lunge with a twist. This exercise will warm up your glutes, hip flexors, hamstrings, and core. Keep the paddle in the same position as the last exercise, across your back with your arms in a T position. Step back into a lunge position. Keep the front bent knee behind the toes. With your chest up and a tight core, rotate your body towards the front bent knee. Rotate back to the front and step forward out of the lunge. Switch to the other leg and repeat. Do a total of 10 to 16 reps. Remember, you can also do this exercise without your paddle. The next exercise is overhead paddle squats, a full body warm-up. Hold your paddle across your chest, parallel to the ground. Bend into a squat position. Glutes low, knees behind the toes. While in the squat, raise the paddle above your head, fully extending your arms. Focus on keeping your neck and shoulders relaxed. Come up from the squat and return your hands and paddle to your chest. Repeat for 10 to 15 times. The final warm-up exercise is calf raises. Calf raises build strength in your calves and help improve your ankle mobility. This exercise is great for paddleboarding. Not only to help your overall balance, it also stretches and strengthens the bottom of your foot. This will help you avoid any foot cramps while out on the water. Using your paddle for balance as needed, raise up onto your toes and slowly lower your heels to the ground. Repeat for 15 to 20 reps. Now, let's get into the post-paddling stretches. Be sure you're holding each stretch per side for 30 seconds and remember to relax and breathe. Don't force anything and do what feels good for your body. First up, standing back stretch using your paddle. From a standing position, hold the paddle vertically on the ground. Keep both hands on the paddle shaft, bend your knees, pushing your tailbone down and back. Keep your shoulders soft and your neck in a neutral position with your eyes looking slightly forward on the ground. Using the paddle will help you get deeper into the stretch for your upper and lower back as well as your shoulders. Next up, kneeling hip flexor stretch with a side bend. This stretch is not only great for your hip flexors, but for your lower back and side body too. Hold your paddle with both hands over your head. Get into a low lunge position with your knee on the ground. Use a towel to cushion your knee if needed. Slowly bend into the lunge, bringing your hip forward. Squeeze your glutes to deepen the stretch as needed. Next, slightly bend your side body away from the knee that's on the ground. You can also opt to do this without holding your paddle or skip the side bend altogether. Moving on to our next post-paddle stretch, the standing figure 4. This is one of my favorite stretches as it gets deep into the hips and glutes. Using your paddle for balance as needed, take one leg and cross the ankle over the opposite leg's thigh, creating a 4 shape. Keep your chest lifted and bend the knee of your standing leg, bringing your hips down and back. Lower your single leg squat to increase the stretch as needed. Next up, standing quad stretch. Stand with your feet together. Bring your right foot to your glutes and grab your foot or ankle with your right hand. Standing tall, pull your quad muscle forward to ensure it's parallel with the standing leg and keep your knees together. Bonus! Practice your balancing skills and don't use your paddle as support. Last up, single leg downward dog. This stretch is good for your hamstrings, calves, and Achilles tendons. It also helps improve blood flow throughout your body and relieves tension in your neck and back. Start on your hands and knees. Spread your fingers, press through your knuckles, and tuck your toes. Lift your knees off the ground and reach your tailbone up and back. Keep your knees slightly bent as you lengthen your back and drive your heels to the ground. Once you're in a solid downward dog position, take one foot off the ground and relax it behind the other foot. All of the exercises and stretches are listed in the description below. Save it for when you go out on your next paddle or when you have time to work on your mobility. Share in the comments what exercises and stretches work for you before and after a paddle. Until next time, be kind to your body, have fun, and happy adventuring.